really interesting question. A lot of people are interested in here about how, in your experience, artificial intelligence is impacting your work, experiments. I'm also thinking, as artificial intelligence becomes more prevalent, will it suffer from the same biases that the human programmers have?
Yes, artificial intelligence is an incredibly important technology for all of us to understand. And some of the things that we're already learning from the AI community is some unfortunate things. I mean, I think some of us might have read about various biases that are coming out from algorithms. And the reason is it's looking at past data, finds these things, and magnifies them. And so AI is very objective. It sees the best and worst of human decision-making and amplifies that and brings that forward. So many people who are practicing AI are actually now starting to bring psychologists and decision scientists onto the teams as a way to screen out and eliminate or correct for the bias of human behavior within the AI. So we're working towards de-biasing the AI. So I do believe that is something that we can solve. The thing I'm more worried about, though, is people resisting using AI. Not for the reason that they're worried about the quality of the information coming out of it, not because they're worried about the bias, but instead AI presents kind of an existential crisis about the most fundamental thing that it is to be human. We see ourselves as creative, we see ourselves as thinkers. How can machines be better at that? The reality is there's many situations where computers are better at making decisions and more objectively recognizing patterns. And so it's critical then that we actually understand how to help people accept the advice that comes from AI to augment our decision making. We see things like AI is able to do a better job of doing diagnostics in medical cases, and yet we see doctors resistant to accepting the advice that comes from the AI because they're so confident in their training and their experience and their ability. But in fact, we see that if we pair that human and their ability to have a good patient relationship and to work with the patient, then we could actually have a better decision-making world altogether. The human powered by the machine. We still have a lot of work to do, and behavioral economics is going to help with understanding these different biases that we have, both in making better machines, as well as helping the humans know when and how to accept the advice and reject it as well.